Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, the ceremony will commence in 5 minutes. In respect of the occasion, we ask that you please take your seats and remind you to turn off any electronic devices. Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, please rise for the procession of the graduands and remain standing for the academic procession.
Welcome to the Spring Convocation of Kwantlen Polytechnic University. We start by honoring our name, which was bestowed upon us by the Kwantlen First Nation, and we welcome you to their traditional and unceded territories. I invite Elder in Residence Lakaten, Kevin Kelly, and Michael Kelly Gabriel to provide a blessing to the convocation.
OCM. My name is Michael Kelly Gabriel, come from the Kwantlen First Nation. My mom's hereditary Chief Marilyn Gabriel. Her traditional name is Stakwasan, of the land that you're on. My dad's Kevin Kelly. He's still a member of his community up in Swali, up in Chilliwack. His traditional name is Salasultan. And over here is the elder from Kwantlen. His traditional name is Lakaten. His English name is Natcha Anton. And we asked our cousin here to stand with us because she's getting honored today. Today is your day, graduates. That's what my Chief Stakwasan would say to you. Enjoy every second that got you here today because you deserve it. Education is very, very important in our communities, all communities. She says, our elders say, the day that you're born, the day that you take your first breath, you're born with a gift. You're born with this purpose. You can only get so far with that gift as an individual. But if you go together like Lotsamat, in our language, that's one mind, one heart, like you guys are here today, gathered together. And Yayastil, which is working together in our language, you could do so much more greater things. It's a beautiful day. As long as you have the chance to go to school, Stakwasan always says you could be anything that you want. And look where you are today. Look where you're standing. Look at your loved ones right over here to celebrate alongside with you. But at the same time, don't forget those people, the teachers, the moms and dads, your siblings, your grandparents that brought you here today, that helped you along the way through your hard times in the schooling. Don't forget to say thank you to them. Don't forget to say, I love you, or give them a hug. Because without them, maybe you wouldn't be here today. We are here to share a little bit of our medicine. The song that we sang when we walked in here today, that's our Kwantlen land song. Each song that we sing are prayer songs. When there's no higher way of giving thanks, we sing honor songs. We're going to change it up today. We're going to sing our beautiful song. Kwantlen Polytechnic knows this song. It's called Fly Go Fly. It's a family song from up in Lummi. We got permission from Anto and George to sing this song. We're going to honor each and every one of you for all the gifts that you carry. But as we sing a song, we always start with a song, we end with a song. And in our ways, you came in a good way, and you have a safe journey back home in a good way in your future endeavors. So thank you, Kwantlen Polytechnic University, for allowing us to share a little bit of our medicine. And I hope you have the best day possible, because today is your day, and don't forget that, and soak in every second, because you deserve it. Hachkasiam, all my relations.
OCM, it's going to be short and sweet what I'm going to say, but my cousin here graduating with the graduates today. I went home last night and talked to my wife, the chief. This is my first cousin. We're from the same territory up in Cultus Lake. Even though we never see very much, we know the work she carries out for our people throughout Canada. And my wife this morning said, you got to blanket your cousin. And for the people, your sisters, your brothers that are graduating, to the parents, the grandparents, siblings, when we blanket somebody like this, not just First Nation, anybody, this is the highest honor we can do for somebody in our culture. And we had to do this for our cousin. She deserves this. Today is her day as a graduate. I wanted to share a little bit of our protocol, and I thank you, Al and George, for allowing us to do this work, because this lady deserves this. We love her to pieces. And I'm glad you're honoring her with the graduates today. These are her sisters and brothers. OCM.
Hey, oh, 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 hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey. sky. Hey, oh, 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 hey, oh, hey, oh, oh, hey. Hey, oh, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, oh, hey. You are the only one to fly high. Fly, eagle, fly, fly high, soar to the sky. Hey, oh, 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 hey, oh, hey, oh, oh, hey. Hey, oh, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey.
All my relations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Will you please stay standing for the singing of O Canada, led by Lauren Berg, a student in KPU's music program. Lauren?
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Lauren. Please be seated. I declare Kwantlen Polytechnic University's convocation in session to honor our 2017 graduates. My name is Alan Davis, and I have the honor of serving as KPU's President and Vice Chancellor. Convocation means to call together by summons, and in universities, convocations are called for the conferring of degrees and for the recognition of outstanding achievement. And so it is today that we call colleagues and friends together to honor KPU's graduates and honorary awardees of 2017. I'd like to introduce the members of the platform party. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. KPU's Chancellor, Dr. George Melville. From the KPU Board of Governors, our student representative, Eric Wershing, and Vice Chair, Tanya Corbett. From the KPU Alumni Association, Vikram Bubba. Vice Chair of the University Senate, Dr. Jennifer Au. The members of our faculty who are here today. Our Vice Provost for Students, Dr. Jane Fee. The Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Dr. Diane Purvey. The Dean of the Faculty of Health, Dr. David Flakowski. The Associate Deans of the Faculty of Arts, Dr. Wade Deisman and Dr. Faith Orton-Cuff. And the Associate Dean of Health, Dr. Jean Nicholson Church. And there are other members of the university administration here today. Of course, we also have our honorary degree recipient, Dr. Joanne Archibald. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in acknowledging the platform party. Joining us today in the audience is Dr. Archibald's husband, Dr. John Claxton, Professor Emeritus, UBC. Welcome, John. And also incoming AVPA to KPU, Steve Cardwell is with us today. Steve, welcome. Chancellor Melville, would you please bring greetings to the convocation?
President Davis, board members, Senate members, graduates, honored guests, family members, faculty, staff, and alumni, welcome to Kwantlen Polytechnic University's Spring Convocation Ceremony. Today we celebrate the successes of our graduands. I'd like to extend a big congratulations to each and every one of you. You should be very proud of the work you've done and the decisions you've made that have gotten you here today. I would like to talk about two things this morning: pride and passion. I'm lucky. I love what I do, and I've always striven to pursue what I'm passionate about. When my peers in grade school talked about becoming doctors, astronauts, firemen, I dreamed of becoming a chartered accountant. Who would have ever thought that my dream would put me on this stage as your chancellor today? I didn't know then where following that passion would lead me, but I do know this. People who are successful find success through passion. Everybody starts at the same level, and it's passion that sets you apart. So of the two things I'd like to leave with you today, one is to encourage you to find something you want to do, and the other is, when you find it, do it with passion. Today you join a community of over 50,000 alumni, many of whom have found great success doing just that. These include a leading neuropsychologist helping children in the US, the head of Kosovo's Department for Euro-Atlantic Integration, and the recent graduate building a multi-million-dollar business in KPU's backyard. Just a few months ago, 3 KPU alumni were named winners in BC Business Magazine's Top 30 Under 30 for 2017. These KPU alumni are part of a group of young innovators who are building a stronger BC and a better world. Our grads are philanthropists, critical thinkers, entrepreneurs, and global citizens. This university's alumni are representing KPU locally, nationally, and globally in an incredibly impactful way. Today you join that community, one I'm proud to be part of as a KPU alumnus. And as each of you pursue your own passions and embark on your own paths to success, I hope you join me in sharing that pride. With each of our own individual successes, we make KPU's reputation a little bit bigger, better, and bolder. So graduates, be passionate and take pride in what you do and where you've come from. On behalf of your university, I wish you continued success, and once again, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor. Irene Paradis will address the convocation on behalf of the graduates. Irene graduates today with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. Irene.
Thank you, Kwantlen Polytechnic University and the Faculty of Health for the opportunity to speak today on behalf of the Bachelors of Science 2017 nursing graduates. I find it hard to believe that 4 years have already gone by, and yet somehow we've all ended up here. I returned to university at a point in my life where I had to determine if I was able to balance the rigors of academic study along with the responsibilities of a young family. However, when KPU made the decision to accept my application, the opportunity to pursue a goal that had reflected my passion and love for helping others validated my need to pursue a higher education. If I may be so bold as to speak on behalf of my colleagues and friends, it is my belief that most of us would not have been here if not for the will and the strength and determination to see past the moment and envision our futures and what that meant for each of us. Through the support of our nursing faculty, and friendships made along the way, each of us made a commitment to finish what we started. For me, that meant showing my children that despite adversity and challenges in our lives, the courage to problem solve and move forward develops character and strength. There were moments when I questioned whether I was strong enough to continue, and those were the moments that I had to remember my loved ones and how much they believed in me. I had to remember my nursing colleagues and how each of them had their own personal challenges, and yet they still managed to support and encourage each other. The last 4 years in the nursing program at KPU have taught me that even with academic achievements, knowledge and skill, the capacity of a nurse is not just founded in theory. We are educated to be advocates, confidants, relationship builders, and healthcare professionals who are able to see the bigger picture. I believe our nursing cohort will make a difference in our healthcare system based on how each of us is unique, passionate, and brave enough to ask questions that look beyond the illness to see the individual. This is an amazing group of individuals that I am honored to be standing amongst as a Bachelor of Science nursing graduate class of 2017.
Thank you very much, Irene. Your words are very powerful, and we've heard them several times, words like that throughout the week. Incredible dedication on behalf of the students and the support of their faculty and staff, and of course, parents and loved ones. And I'm sure your experience resonates with the Faculty of Arts grads here today as well. Each year, KPU awards honorary doctoral degrees for outstanding and sustained achievement in our community by people within and outside of the university who reflect our values and who represent the very best in citizenship through leadership, academic endeavor, creativity, public service, advocacy, entrepreneurship, a legacy of respect and understanding towards others, and for humanitarian contributions. The degrees are awarded honoris causa, for the sake of honor. I have the privilege of introducing to you today Joanne Archibald, who has been selected and approved by the Senate of Kwantlen Polytechnic University to receive the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa in recognition of her community and public service. Dr. Archibald. Let's step forward on the, thank you. You face the audience. Dr. Joanne Archibald is First Nations of Starlo and Hakalip ancestry, whose career extends over 40 years and has been marked with considerable success as an educator, leader, and an author in the field of Indigenous education. Joanne is a professor of educational studies at UBC, where she also served as Associate Dean for Indigenous Education and was director of the Faculty of Education's Indigenous Teacher Education Program. Joanne's work has shaped Indigenous education through curriculum, program development, policy, teaching, and research. She is a visionary and a change agent and has enhanced Indigenous education in many ways. She is the author of a book, Indigenous Story Work, Educating the Heart, Mind, Body, and Spirit. This book is held as a sacred vision by Coast Salish elders and has been cited and referenced as a seminal work in the field of Indigenous knowledge systems and community protocol. At UBC, she served as the director of the First Nations House of Learning and worked with the faculties of arts, agricultural sciences, law, and many others to develop and implement Indigenous projects. Joanne is also nationally recognized for creating culturally relevant teacher education and graduate programs for Aboriginal students. In her role as the Associate Dean for Indigenous Education in the Faculty of Education, she advanced a number of initiatives, including SAGE, supporting Aboriginal graduate enhancement, and the Year of Indigenous Education. Joanne has already received recognition for her work. In 2000, she received a National Aboriginal Achievement Inspire Award and the Simon Fraser University Outstanding Alumni Award for Academic Achievement in 2012. In 2013, she received a Distinguished Career Achievement Award from the American Education Research Association Scholars of Color. In 2015, she was presented with the UBC Killam Award for Excellence in Mentoring. She holds a B.Ed from UBC and an MA and a PhD at SFU. Chancellor Melville, I present to you Joanne Archibald, Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Thank you for those. First, the heartfelt and the honoring from my Kwantlen cousins and elder from Kwantlen First Nation. I acknowledge that we are on the traditional unceded lands of the Kwantlen First Nation. I also acknowledge, as part of Kwantlen Polytechnic University and the different campus sites of this wonderful university, the other First Nations unceded lands in which the various campuses are located, that include Musqueam, Katzie, Semiahmoo, and Tsawwassen. For me, this is a wonderful day, as it is for the graduates, and I extend my heartfelt congratulations to each of the graduates sitting amongst us today. And I do know that there have been, many, many times you've probably questioned, should I continue? How can I continue? Why should I continue? But you have persisted. You have lived up to the name of this wonderful university, Kwantlen, which means tireless runner, that at times you have had to be challenged in what you do, but you have given it your all, and you have lived up to that name of being a tireless runner to create and acquire knowledge and understanding. I want to share just a few words. It'd be very short today, but I always return to an important Indigenous teaching that I was given, and that has helped shape what I do. And this teaching came from the late Simlano, Vince Stogan of Musqueam community, and we call it hands back and hands forward. So I'm going to have us participate a little bit. I'm a teacher at heart and always try and find ways to get great participation. That's really easy and fun. So Vince Stogan Simlano often said, when we gather together, we can form a circle and we ask for guidance to create a good learning environment. And we put our hearts and minds together, Latsamat, one heart, one mind. And he said, a way that we can show this is that as we stand or sit together, we always think to those who have come before us, those whose teachings, whose knowledge we have acquired, or maybe whose help we need. And he said we can symbolize that by putting our left palm upwards. So I'd ask you to do that, to put your left palm upwards, as if we're reaching back to those who have traveled before us to get their help. And when we receive that knowledge, those teachings, we put them into our everyday lives. And then we have a responsibility to pass those on to others. And we symbolize that by putting our right palm downwards. So when you do that, join hands with the person next to you, if someone's sitting beside you or near you, and then just give a little shake and a smile and a twinkle in the eye, as they say. So that was the teaching. Now, it may seem like kind of a simple exercise, but it means a lot when we think about it. And with the graduates of KPU, you have engaged in hands back, hands forward in your studies. You have learned knowledge in your particular discipline or in your degree program that you have learned from those who have acquired that knowledge that you need for the program that you've been in, and you've drawn on their knowledge, you've questioned it, and you've made it your own. So that's how you have acquired now where you are today, having some of that knowledge and understanding through your KPU degree program. And then you also have that responsibility that you're going to help others or encourage others to get their post-secondary degree. And I'm sure you'll say, why don't you go to KPU, or maybe UBC, or anywhere, doesn't matter. But that it's important as we learn to encourage and mentor others. So you also can use the hands back, hands forward. I also think about this teaching, though those are good parts, but I also think we acknowledge the issues, the various problems that confront us as a Canadian society. And I think we do the same. We think about and we identify those issues, those problems that confront us, and we can use the good education that we have received to think about addressing the problems, creating different solutions, being innovative, and to be good problem solvers and to be analytical. And then we do something about those issues. And then we engage others in helping to engage in those solutions. So I encourage you in doing that, in the work I do in Indigenous education. I also encourage you, as you will work in your professions, inevitably you will work with Indigenous peoples or be impacted by indigeneity. And so I want you to think about what you have learned in your KPU program are probably new knowledge that you also need to learn to create and recognize some of the issues that Canadian society is faced with today that are a result of the negative legacy of our colonialism, but at the same time, we know we can do something about it. We know that we have the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report that has been broadly talked about, and many of the post-secondary institutions are taking it up along with areas in the work sector. So I think we need to look at those important issues and recognize them, but move beyond and create respectful relationships with all people, but especially between Indigenous and non-Indigenous people, so we can create a good world together. And that way you can also think back to Kwantlen Polytechnic University, that you will be the tireless runner in whatever you do, because you've had an excellent grounding and you've had excellent mentorship from faculty, and that you will continue this tradition of carrying on the good name of this university. And yes, enjoy your day, graduates. It is your day. Thank you.
Wow. We will now certify the graduands. Would all the graduands please rise? Chancellor Melville, it is with great pleasure that I hereby certify that the graduands here present and those in absentia have met the requirements for the credentials to be presented this day as prescribed by the Senate of Kwantlen Polytechnic University, and I ask that you confer upon them their credentials.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the statutes of the Province of British Columbia, and upon the recommendation of the Senate and Registrar of Kwantlen Polytechnic University, I confer upon you the credential to which you are entitled, and invest with you all the rights and privileges, powers and responsibilities pertaining to that credential. In keeping with the tradition of university convocations, please move your tassels from the right to the left side. Congratulations to you all. You may be seated.
We will now present each of our graduates to the convocation. Dr. Jane Fee will present the graduates, assisted by the University Registrar, Zena Mitchell. Offering congratulations to each graduate as they cross the stage will be myself with the presentation of a commemorative medal, Chancellor Melville, the Dean of each faculty being presented today, and each graduate will be presented with an invitation from Nancy Armitage and Vikram Bubba on behalf of the KPU Alumni Association. Graduates, please return to your seats as directed by the marshals after crossing the stage. We will try to keep this orderly, and please stay until everyone has crossed the stage. but vocal encouragement of your favorite graduate is very welcome. This is, after all, a celebration. Dr. Fee, when you're ready.
We will now recognize the graduates of the Faculty of Arts. Joining us to greet the graduates will be the Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Dr. Diane Purvey. Bachelor of Arts, double minor. Ramandeep Kaur Shergill. Serena Brittany Curtin. Sheila Samantha Howard. Ka Ho Ng. Kim Tran. Alini Maria Gitersos. Marcus Stephen Argent. Dana Miller. Bachelor of Arts, major in Anthropology, Andronik Vartan Agazarian. Anna Patricia Aumac Wan. Pooja Bali. Dania Burhan. Erin Catherine Ada Bremner. Taylor Darian Callies. Alexa Ray Embry Copeland. With distinction, Justin Hanna. Brianne Jennifer Harris. Denzil Sarosh Muncherji. With distinction, Megan Kendra Pistner. Michelle Taschereau. With distinction, Kelsey Teresa Turner. With distinction, Nicole Erin Wood. Sundas Zahid. Bachelor of Music in Musical Arts, Lauren Ashley Eng. Acacia Jade Lazar. Alicia Lebrun. With distinction, Andrea Jane Pedro. Matt Mackenzie Perozic. With distinction, Joshua Andre Sung. Associate of Arts degree in Economics, Yaren Cheng. Diploma in Music, Heather Purvis. Certificate in Non-Governmental Organizations and Nonprofit Studies, Shiho Murai. Chancellor Melville, I present to you the graduates of the Faculty of Arts. We will now recognize the graduates of the Faculty of Health. Joining us to greet the graduates will be the Dean of the Faculty, Dr. David Florkowski. Bachelor of Psychiatric Nursing with distinction, Maria Alvarez. Simrandeep Arora. Nicole Benko. With distinction, Harman Dosanjh. With distinction, Aman Kaur Dulai. With distinction, Estelle Empinado. April Celeste Fanstone. With distinction, Shannon Ray Gold. Erica Joy Gorgachuk. With distinction, Michelle Louise Halderson. With distinction, Charlotte Victoria Hopkins. Stephanie Grace Human. With distinction, Jennifer Kelly Jobs. With distinction, Ravneet Kaur Kalu. distinction, Ashley Marie Kehialani Kanoa. With distinction, Deanna Marie McKenzie. Asha Mahay. Kyla Anne-Marie Mahin. With distinction, Dawn Carolyn McMartin. With distinction, Nicole Michelle Moffat. With distinction, Ranveer Singh Nijar. With distinction, Melissa Jane Nolte. With distinction, Jamaica Lisbeth Devanadera Ong. Lisa Marie Passini. With distinction, Heidi Karina Salinen. Stephanie Lee Svensson. With distinction, Christine Ann Zomar. We would also like to acknowledge Caitlin Ikoma, who started the BPN program in May 2013, but recently passed away unexpectedly. She would have completed her program in December 2016 and would have been here today with us. Today we will honor her in spirit, and our thoughts and prayers go out to her family and her friends. With distinction, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Melissa Dawn Bartley. With distinction, Brittany Delaney Bourne. With distinction, Michael Lee Carnate. With distinction, Ken Arthur Bulatao Carpizo. With distinction, Gurpal Chahal. With distinction, Claire Chang. With distinction, Vanessa Peishi Chang. With distinction, Courtney Michelle Chow. With distinction, Lindsay Daniluk. With distinction, Cassandra Daviduk. With distinction, Hermandeep Kaur Dale. With distinction, Brandy Summer Eden. Kimberly Ferguson. With distinction, Prabsimran Kaur Gill. With distinction, Laura Marie Gordon. With distinction, Amin Griwal. With distinction, Jaspreet Hare. With distinction, Scott Bruce Hobson. With distinction, Chelsea Hunt. With distinction, Jasdeep Kandola. With distinction, Shay Renee Kinsey. With distinction, Marcelina Anna Kozlov. With distinction, Maria Leanne Lamanilao. With distinction, Katie Huan K. Law. With distinction, Qianju An Liu. With distinction, Sarah Elizabeth Loden. Marie Angela Onki Mak. With distinction, Lacey Julia Marshall. With distinction, Elizabeth Marjorie Mitchell. With distinction, Alexandra Holly Maital. With distinction, Samantha Ann Monahan Reimer. With distinction, Stephanie Marie Monahan Reimer. Vernita Nandan. With distinction, Sunny Pabla. Irene Paradis. With distinction, Stephanie Irene Parker. With distinction, James Bradley Patterson. With distinction, Catherine Fan. Cameron Fanvan. Baldeep Jamie Kaur Sahota. With distinction, Pretinder Kaur Singh. With distinction, Ciara Megan Stampler Enright. Nellie Rose Stanilan. With distinction, Melinda Lynn Strauss. With distinction, Victoria Trong. With distinction, Wan Ling Ye. Chi Zhang. Certificate in Graduate Nurse Internationally Educated Reentry, Honeyleen Baliaga. Noelle Nicole Lorente Bustamante. With distinction, Karamjeet Kaur Dhaliwal. Ember Grace Malate Diazon. With distinction, Gurpreet Kaur Gill. Jaskiran Kaur Jaswal. Kiran Amitoj Lakhanpal. Neelam Kumari Malik. Christiane Franco Bersabe Pan. Nicola Elizabeth Patton. Sakshi Sharma. Prabjot Singh. Charles Nick Timtiman. Ria Adelina Ayona Wandag. Certificate in Healthcare Assistant with distinction, Navreet Kaur Bains. Shweta Neha Chand. With distinction, Jul Izmir Talabak Porojinog. Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator. With distinction, Nadia Ayubi. With distinction, Zakia Baji. Kashminder Kaur Gakal. Katie Marie Kennedy. Graciana Maria Pacholska-Tchaikowska. Aliza Phillips. With distinction, Nomeli Mariano Tabug. With distinction, Holly Michelle Tuvongsa. Chancellor Melville, I present to you the graduates of the Faculty of Health, and this concludes the presentation of our graduates.
Dr. Fee will now present the Student Awards.
The Dean's Medal is awarded to the KPU student normally achieving the highest GPA in a faculty. The Dean's Medal recipient has demonstrated academic excellence and has contributed in some way to community service, support of other students and the learning environment, or has made significant contributions to their field of study. The Dean's Medal for the Faculty of Health is awarded to Stephanie Human. Stephanie has demonstrated a strong commitment to her academic learning and achievements by being actively engaged in all her coursework. She attended numerous nursing conferences and participated on the Psychiatric Student Nurses Association as an executive member. In addition to her strong commitment to her academic achievements, Stephanie took on a leadership role in supporting students to write their guidelines, advising her peers, and help them to achieve a greater perspective on their work and life. Congratulations, Stephanie.
China Boparai from the Kwantlen Polytechnic University Alumni Association will provide a welcome to its newest members.
Good morning. I address you today as an employee of KPU and a proud KPU alumna, and extend my sincerest congratulations to you, our graduates, and to your families on behalf of your alumni community. Just when you thought your journey at KPU had come to an end, I'm here to tell you that it's just the beginning as new alumni. You have received a fantastic education from this university, and we look forward to hearing about your future accomplishments. Your individual accomplishments are what give this university its character. Your success tells us how well we are doing as an institution, and we want you to succeed. The word alumni is derived from the Latin word illere, which means to nourish or foster. And as you transition from student to alumni, I hope you look back at KPU as a place where your mind was nourished by the education you received, and as a place that gave you the foundation for your future career path. Your alumni community is vast, with over 50,000 graduates, and is your lifelong connection to KPU. We strive to provide you with relevant resources to help build and maintain your success. This includes rewards and benefits just for being alumni. Our alumni are all over the world doing some amazing things, and we welcome you to this community where you can inspire and be inspired by your fellow graduates. You are all now KPU ambassadors, so carry the KPU banner proudly as you embark on the next part of your journey. We wish you all the success upon graduation and look forward to staying in touch with you. Thank you and congratulations.
I would like to close with a few words specifically about this university and its importance to our community within the context of the crucial role that universities of all shapes and sizes play in our society. KPU is a university for our times, a polytechnic university, open and accessible and relevant to both local needs and the global issues of our society. A university that is driven by teaching and learning, engaged with our communities, and enriched by our scholarship. It's a place where thought meets action. Our mission is to create opportunities for all learners to achieve success, to prepare them for rewarding work, for engaged citizenship, and for a lifetime of continued learning. And certainly all the evidence we have from employers and alumni is that we achieve these goals in many ways. We continue to boldly embrace change driven by our internal and external communities, and we don't shy away from difficult issues. And beyond that, KPU is part of a global community of thousands of universities, almost all of which are founded upon and dedicated to the great ideals of civilization: liberty, truth, sustainability, diversity, beauty, and justice. And they respect and preserve culture and language and ideas and inspire their learners and others to do the same and to become active agents in creating a better world, whatever their field of study. In order to do this, universities have for centuries cherished their autonomy and the academic freedom of their faculty and learners, and their right and responsibility to always question the status quo and to explore new knowledge while tackling complex issues, and to do so respectfully, ethically, and thoughtfully. At KPU, though still very young as a university, we continue this tradition, and not just by dressing up twice a year like extras in a Harry Potter movie. There are serious reasons for the pomp and the ceremony here at the Convocation, in addition to being, we hope, an appropriate celebration of your success. It reminds us of all the hard-won freedoms that universities continue to protect and to foster on behalf of society. We do this, of course, while being accountable in every way to those who grant us our charter and who fund us, the governments, taxpayers, learners through tuition and fees, and our many donors and foundations. All of us here have had the honor and the privilege of helping each of you along the way in reaching your educational goals. Thank you for choosing us. Friends and family, thank you for all you have done in supporting our graduates and for being here today. Dr. Archibald, we first met in the 1980s in the converted motel that served as the Chilliwack campus of Fraser Valley College. I was a slightly obnoxious chemistry instructor, and you were the serene and always very together coordinator of Indigenous teacher education program out there. Today, our paths have crossed again, and we celebrate all the work that you went on to do. Thank you for accepting our award, and thank you for building a new connection with our friends in the Kwantlen First Nation. I hope our paths cross many times again more. I have one other duty to perform. Behind the approval of every degree, diploma, and certificate presented here this week are countless hours of discussion and scrutiny about curriculum, grading, admissions, progression and graduation, and every conceivable academic policy and process. All of this, including all of your individual credentials, are finally approved by the Senate of the university. And one person is a constant in that whole process and has been for the last 3 years, who works with the staff and committees and myself tirelessly and meticulously to make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed and that every policy makes sense. Dr. Jennifer Au has been Vice Chair of Senate, and I'd like to acknowledge her work and that of publicly in front of her peers today. Thank you. So go forth, and if you haven't got one already, take the advice my father gave to me when I graduated. Those 3 little words that mean so much. Get a job. This concludes our convocation. I'd like to thank all those who've been involved in the planning and execution of all the ceremonies this week. You've done a wonderful job. Thank you so much. I'd like to invite you to join us at the reception across the way in Surrey, Maine for hugs and photos. Chancellor Melville, please dismiss the convocation. Please stand. Remain standing until the platform party and the graduates have exited the convocation. Thank you.
In honor of our deep respect for the Kwantlen First Nation, I offer this blessing in harmony with and with deep respect for the many faiths and philosophic traditions represented here today. As you continue on life's journey, may you walk tirelessly. May the Creator walk with you. May His peace be in your minds. May her love be in your hearts. All my relations. I declare this convocation dismissed.